Well, hello there, Taurus. How are you? It is so good to see you again. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your February General Tarot reading. We'll take a look first at the overall energy with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the Tarot for more details about any obstacles on your path or areas of resistance, and then we'll take a look at advice from Spirit. And if you're enjoying the content that I create, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider liking, commenting, or subscribing. I really do appreciate all of your support. All right, let's get into it. Let's see what we have here. Journey by Moonlight. Believe in magic. Oh, I love this card. And Vulture Spirit. Nothing is wasted. Interesting because Virgo had that card. All right, so this is an energy of understanding that you're kind of going through a period where you're not really sure where the path is leading you, right? So you're kind of like wandering a little bit in the dark and allowing the moon, okay, a little bit to illuminate the path for you. But there is something here about having to trust in the universe, having to believe in magic, having to believe in yourself, just knowing things are going to work out for your highest good. And you may be concerned that you've been putting a lot of time or energy into something. It's not really, nothing's really coming out of it, and you're getting a little bit concerned, but there's nothing that's wasted when we allow ourselves to just enjoy the present moment, enjoy the journey that we're on, right? And not worry so much about the outcome. And I feel like, yes, look at this, there. Milestone. I think you have an idea of something that you are wanting to have come into fruition, right? You're trying to manifest something here, whether it's a job, a career, a relationship. There's something that you're trying to have to bring into your life, and yet at the same time, you're not really sure it's going to happen. Yes, so your energy is really fragmented here. So we're going to take a look at that. See what we have here. You know, Taurus, Pluto also transited on Saturday. After 15 years of being in Capricorn, it transited into Aquarius, and it'll be there for the next 20 years. And I have a special reading up for that, and I'll make sure I post it at the end of this video. But I feel as if this Aquarian energy, stepping into this much brighter energy of Aquarius, Capricorn can be a little bit makes us follow the rules, that type of energy. And I feel like, for some reason, this is more the Aquarian energy where you're stepping onto a path where you don't really know exactly where it's going. Like perhaps, it's a new relationship or a new job or a new situation that you're going towards, even if it hasn't started, right? So maybe you're wanting a new romantic partner in your life, and you're just getting into putting yourself on a dating app, right? Or telling your friends you're ready for a relationship. It's kind of like you're just taking that very first baby step into this situation, whatever it is. And there's a little bit of you holding back because it's a similar situation to something that you've had before. So say you got out of a romantic relationship some time ago. You've done the healing. Now you're ready to get back into the dating world, but you're kind of a little bit shy. It's kind of like, well, the last time that really ended not in a good way. I do not want to experience that. But you've done the healing, right? It's not like you're going into it with bitter energy or anything like that. No negative energy. And yet at the same time, you're just kind of like shy. It's that energy of, I think I'm ready, but I'm not really sure. And it's also about seeing the situation differently now, especially since we've moved into Aquarius. Aquarius is so much more expansive, right? It's understanding that whatever ended perhaps in the past, that you've learned those lessons. You're not the same person, okay? That's the big thing about Pluto. It transforms us. You're not the same person that you were before. This time when you're going out into the dating world, you're seeing yourself in a different light, and you're probably seeing relationships in a totally different way than you did previously when you were in a relationship. If it has to do with a career choice or a job, right? It's almost that energy of, oh, do I really want to step onto this path? Do I want to leave that job? Or maybe you already have lost that job and you're looking for a new one, right? But it's kind of like, well, I'm not sure. Understanding, because something didn't work out in the past doesn't mean that that was time wasted. So stepping onto a new path, if you go into it with the energy of, well, this could be a big waste of time. Say you get an invite to a date. It's your first date since you ended a past romantic relationship. You get an invite for a first date and you're kind of like, well, this is probably going to be nothing, but okay, I'll go on the date. Well, if you go into that date with that energy of, well, this is probably going to be a waste of time, or this will never lead anywhere, then the thing is that that's the energy you're bringing to the situation, and it's not going to go anywhere, right? But if you go into it, I also want to say, if you go into it thinking, oh, you haven't even really met the person. Say you met them on a dating app, right? And you're just meeting for coffee or something for the very first time. And if you go into it thinking, oh my goodness, I know we're going to get married, right? The same thing is kind of like your expectation isn't in alignment with this energy of magic. The energy of magic is just saying, you know what? I'm really excited. I'm going to meet someone new. I can't wait to learn more about them. I can't wait to share my story with them, right? I wonder what we'll have in common. I wonder how we'll see the world differently. Like just going into it in a sense of curiosity and openness, looking for what you can learn out of the situation, right? What you can garner out of the situation instead of thinking it's either going to, be a complete dud or it's going to go to something super big at this, on the other end of the spectrum. It's kind of like just going into it, being in the present moment, enjoying the person that's in front of you and getting to know them instead of having all this going on in your head about, well, this is a waste of time, or, it's like, okay, it's just coffee. It's just that type of energy. It's don't blow it out of proportion. Same thing if you go on a job interview. Like if you go into the interview thinking, oh, this is going to go nowhere. This is a waste of my time. Why did I buy this new outfit? I'm being a little dramatic here. And then, of course, that's the energy you're going into the interview with. You won't be your true authentic self. You won't be shining your light. You won't be at your highest good in that interview if you go into it with that energy. At the same time, if you go into it just with that over abundance of thinking, yeah, I'm going to get this job, they would be silly not to, kind of going into it with that energy, then you may also come across not truly authentic. It's just going in. It's something about present energy, just being present with the job interviewer or the first date or whoever this is. I feel like you have somebody new coming in. I didn't even recognize that. You have somebody new coming in. And so it's kind of really important just to be present with that person. Understanding that person is really on your path for a specific reason. Look at the magic in this because you have deception. I feel like you're almost kind of going into this situation, or right now your energy is that you could go into this situation almost like tainting your vision of either this person or this situation instead of seeing the magic, looking for the good in this situation. Yeah, this is an energy of truly loving yourself enough that you don't move on too quickly, right? But at the same time, you can be discerning. If the situation really isn't right for you, you can move forward. But at the same time, being present, allowing your love to show through at this time. Really kind of an interesting energy. It would be, the same thing. Have you ever gone to some kind of a get together or something and you meet somebody new and it's kind of like they just appear fake? It's kind of like, well, that's not their true authentic self. Like you can just tell. it's the first time you've met them, but you're kind of like, something's off, right? Well, that's, I think, the energy that you are being asked to reflect on, right? They're saying the water, reflect on with yourself when you have this new person coming into your life. Are you showing up in your true authentic self, right? Or are you holding back in some way, or because you don't want it to be a waste of time? But there is nothing is wasted in any situation. Even if you only see that person for 1 hour, there is something that you can take away from that situation. All right, let's take a look at what your area of resistance or your obstacle is. Yeah, it's time for play. Because I feel like this is the energy over here, is that you're kind of like taking it too seriously. An energy of overthinking the whole thing in order to protect your own heart. Because you've been through something difficult. A job that ended, or a relationship that ended, and it ended not in a good way. It was very hurtful. It broke your heart. And so therefore you're going into this situation a little bit guarded. It's about understanding, be a little bit more playful in this situation. Allow yourself to say, you know what, I'm just going to test the waters, right? I don't have to make a decision right there. If you go for coffee, you don't have to decide in that coffee date that you're going to marry that person or not. All you're doing is getting to know them in that moment, and not to worry about where is this going to lead. There's something here about going slow, but just staying present in whatever is being presented to you. All right, let's take a look at what your advice is. Yes, your prayers are being answered. So there's something that you're really wanting, but it's almost like you're sabotaging yourself. Because when the universe is bringing new people or new opportunities onto your path, okay, you're either not looking at them because you're like, I think that's a waste of my time. So say, for instance, you're on a dating app and somebody says, hey, do you want to go to coffee? You're kind of like looking at the picture, no, I don't think so. But it's kind of like every time you just say no without looking at, now I have to admit, you don't want to go out with everybody on a dating app, right? But if it's somebody that you kind of like are a little bit interested in, it's about allowing yourself just to see the magic in that moment and say, wow, here's somebody that wants to meet me, right? Looking at it from that viewpoint instead of the judgmental viewpoint that dating apps can put you in about, no, I don't want that person, swipe left or right, whatever it is. So I feel like there's something here about understanding that you're in this bubble of time for the next month, looking at any opportunities that are coming onto your path to just see the magic in them. Because I feel like the divine is sending you some opportunities. Do you have to take every one? No, you do not. You're going to be able to discern that. But it's about going on these dates or going on job interviews and looking for the magic in the situation and being your true authentic self, right? And just being present in the moment, not worrying about what happened in the past or where this might go in the future. It's like, I'm just going to sit here because your energy is fragmented. Okay, so let's go ahead. Yes, and you have on here, your current challenges will soon be resolved. So there is an end to this, right? And you have the optimism, and you have the King of Wands and the Fool card. So you're about to step onto a new path, but you don't want to step onto the new path with this fragmented energy. It's about taking back your power, right? Stepping into your power, knowing that, part of you could be a little bit shy about taking new opportunities because the last one ended so in such a difficult way, right? I mean, it was that devastating divorce, or it was, you lost your job that, you really were counting on to pay the bills. And then suddenly, for one reason or another, the company decided to lay off a bunch of people and you were one of them, right? Or you could have had a business and it failed. It's understanding that was a situation that was on your path. That is not this situation necessarily, right? You have wisdom. You gained a wisdom out of that past situation that will help you to discern whether the new opportunities that are coming in for you are going to be something that you want to put your time, your energy, and love into or not, because you had that situation in the past. Yes, it is. This is beautiful. You have a new, look at this. You have a new opportunity coming in. Page of Cups, something that is going to be near and dear to your heart. That is something that you can grow when you put your time and energy into it. That will take you out of this cycle and into something beautiful. Something that is the Wheel of Fortune. That is going to bring you the blessings that you are looking for. But here's the key. It's your mental anguish, right? It's kind of like that energy of there's nothing good going to come out of anything, right? Allowing yourself to say, you know what? That hard thing that happened, it's over. It's over. And really sitting with, what did you learn with it, right? What did you learn out of that situation? And not getting attached to thinking that everything is going to end up in the same way, that everything is going to be a waste of time. Nothing is a waste of time. And sometimes when we're in that situation where we haven't quite yet turned the corner, Taurus, it feels like you haven't quite yet turned the corner in the situation and something new hasn't yet come in, so that you can see clearly that you did get a lot of wisdom out of that past situation. Allowing yourself to see that, to feel it, to know that you're not the same person because of that. You're stronger. You have the Emperor here. You are strong. It's about stepping into your power and knowing that you can discern situations clearly when you allow yourself to see the love, to see the good in the situations instead of worrying about how bad they may turn out. All right, let's pull a soul truth card for you. And Taurus, I do personal readings, so if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd really be honored to do a reading for you. On whom am I placing blame right now? A person who blames others has not begun their lesson. A person who blames themselves has begun their lesson. A person who blames no one has finished their lesson. That is a really good one. I have not seen this card in a while. That's a really good one. Understanding that there is no blame. Nothing has been wasted in some past situation. See the magic in what is right in front of you and embrace it. All right, I'm going to leave it there, Taurus. Please check out my Pluto video and the free journal activity that goes along with it if you'd like to. And I wish you so much love and light, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.